MorristownGreen.com.
Well, good evening, and I'm so glad you're here for the second of 4 Lenten evenings. The purpose of these Lenten evenings is to help us to look at ourselves and to look at also what in our lives we don't look at. So very often, you know, we, what does St. Paul say? We see in a mirror darkly, but someday face to face. So at what are we not looking at? And so this play is another aspect of that same situation, which I think you saw in many ways last week and which continues tonight. It takes place in an apartment on Central Park West. Central Park West has buildings, pre-war buildings, with very large apartments that were almost like homes. They had hallways and sometimes 4 and 5 bedrooms. Perhaps they had 2 living rooms and many bathrooms. And so this is one of those very large apartments. You are Central Park, so that this part of the stage looks out, if we had a real stage, looks out on Central Park. And the back wall is the back wall. And you'll see that there are also some hallways in this house. These 2 rooms are separated by a dividing wall. The people in them can't see each other, but you can see them as you look at the play. The time is around 1960, maybe 1955, and
1948.
1948. Right.
Janet, don't make a block.
You don't want to make a block, don't make a block.
For Christ's sake.
I beg your pardon.
Forgive me. I swore.
You did, indeed.
I'm going to be analyzed soon, so it'll all be taken care of. You have another 6.
No, I don't. I took it over there.
No, you didn't. You were here.
That's not a safe place. I'd have known if I wasn't in a safe place.
Well, you're pretty irritable today. Didn't you finish your homework?
I only didn't finish history.
It's stupid to move there.
I'm not going to change my block.
I don't think you can make a block there, or why would they have these little circles?
I don't know. They're interesting.
The board wouldn't look as nice without them. I don't want to play anymore. I concede.
Can we listen to a Noah Coward record?
No.
Then I want to go and play.
Well, I don't. What time is it?
It's 4 o'clock. Don't you love Noah anymore? I'll tell him.
Go ahead.
I know something about Mrs. Rosette's hair.
It's false.
It isn't.
It is too.
It isn't.
I don't believe you.
Well, I was trying to do my homework. I mean, figuring it wasn't her fault, and she was almost half insane, so I shouldn't press her. Then I thought, she just has that crazy European hair, which is why it frizzes. But she frizzes it on purpose.
But why does she wear the ribbon if it isn't keeping her wig on?
I saw her with it off. It's called a headache band. It's recently just come back in style, and she's all the time remembered it from her entrancing youth. She's the mother of Maria Ostenskaya.
So how far behind are you?
3 weeks.
I wish it were graduation already. No, I wish it were summer. I have beautiful feet.
7. Okay. shuffling quarters.
Can I try?
Go ahead.
I don't know where to begin. How long did you practice?
Off and on, for a while. At night I keep it on my bedside table so that I can practice. Maybe 6 months? You know what I did last night?
What?
I made an entire Kraft table from memory. I wrote it all out and I filled it all in and everything.
You shouldn't be wasting your time like that.
What should I be doing?
I don't know. What do you want to make a craft table for?
Nellie, do you want to stay over at my house after the play on Tuesday?
Sure. I was going to ask. Can I?
You can if you tell me a story. You tell me a 20-minute story where I'm a spy in the war, and so is Noel Coward, and he falls in love with me. And I save his life by my wit. Okay, I'll tell you when to start.
I won't.
Then no more.
Janushka, please. I just don't want to.
Why not?
I don't know. Jesus, you're selfish.
I'm not selfish. I only make my plans. That's all.
Okay, so I'll tell you on Tuesday night after the show.
Suppose you forget. How can I send you home?
I won't. And I'll tell you 30 minutes, and I won't make you get married to him or anything you don't like, and you can have blonde hair, okay? Okay, so why don't you want to get married?
I want to have affairs.
I don't like Sundays as much as I used to. Oh, I read Harper's Bazaar. They said you're supposed to make up your knees. Did you know it?
Yeah.
No kidding. You're supposed to rouge your knees so your legs become a household word like those of the late Mrs. Pleasant Pentagon.
Please play Noel.
Maybe later. This is the last brownie.
Break it. Here. How's your father?
I don't know. Okay, I guess. They don't tell me anything. He's probably awake now. Did you know he won some kind of award last year for doing more for interracial something or other than any other lawyer in the country? My Aunt Grace told me. Do you want some coffee? I think I want to sleep with someone pretty soon. Do you think about it?
I don't know. It makes me nervous.
It doesn't me.
Well, you have a better figure.
You have a fine figure. What's wrong with it?
I don't like my stomach. And I have witch's feet. I'm going to be built like my mother.
Are you still wearing 2 brassieres?
Yes.
I think you have a fine figure. No kidding.
You do?
It's a Janet figure. If a man was in love with you, then he'd be in love with your figure. I get to thinking about love and my eyes fill up. I read all the signs in the subways so as to not look at the boys. And I feel I know the insides of everybody right away by their cheeks or by the way they hold their books. This year, everything's different. I feel like I'm out of school already. I get excited for no reason all the time. You don't?
Sometimes.
It's like the answer to everything. Okay, so I was thinking about the difference between a photograph of a tree and a painting of a tree. You can have an absolutely realistic photograph of a tree, but it isn't tree-ish. It just reminds you of a tree, but it isn't tree-ish. But you can have a painting of a tree, see even an abstract one, and something has gone through the tree, through the painter, and onto the canvas. and it lives there. You can cry to look at it, and it lives in me too. And I think if you sleep with someone, it must go through the both of you. I wonder, do you move?
I think so. I mean, they make jokes about beds creaking.
I picture it being more still. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, I don't picture it like that. It's a beautiful spring this year. I've been going on walks by myself. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I walk in the park and I have coffee at Nedick's. Friday I saw the animals wake up. Did you know a lot of people go to see the animals wake up? And not together, but singly. And sometimes bums talk to me, and different people. Sometimes poor guys who maybe slept in the park all night, or a middle-aged woman I saw once. And they say good morning to you, and you say good morning.
The animals?
No, the people. You know, they have this real raunchy gazelle there. Really, I saw him wake up. He was all torn. And there he is, just in the zoo. And you get to thinking, if he was in the forest, would all the other gazelles really know how raunchy he was? I love New York. You know, I may have been born somewhere else, but I wasn't. Boy, would you look at that car?
Doesn't think that's Susie telling you.
Why would she tell on me? It saves her from time from cooking for me, and she complains about the trained nurses all the time. Nobody in the house really ever knows where I am anyway. They must speak English. You know, Father gave her a $500 bonus for Christmas this year, which she'll lose on bingo. I hate her.
You never feel guilty, do you?
Why should I? It's perfectly safe to walk in the park.
You still going to college?
No. I don't want to prepare anymore. I want to start to live right after I graduate.
Yeah, well, I'm going to college. And then I'm going to be a labor lawyer. And I'm going to stay at home with my mom because she can't live alone. Listen, play Noel, will you?
Yes. Okay. Fine. Yes, Miss Talbot, right away. How is the nurse? I have to go see my father. Can you stay?
Sure, for a while.
I won't be long. Is my dress too wrinkled?
Your stockings are wrinkled. I beg your pardon, you're not wearing it.
This day is endless, huh?
Okay. In the bar on the Piccolo Marina, love made its way to Mrs. Wentworth Brewster. Witch's feet. Yeah.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Daddy.
How busy were you this time?
I wasn't.
What were you doing?
Janet's here.
Janet's here. Do you want to go back to her?
No, I see her all the time anyway.
Listen here. Who the hell was the third king of Libya?
Oh, do you want me to go get it? I just already did it.
The encyclopedia is over there.
I already did the double crossing. It's in my room. Do you want me to go get it?
No, we can do it later. We can both of us live without the third king of Libya. Throw the papers away, will you?
Okay, move.
Oh, that need.
Oh, sorry, Dad. I better stack them over here. They won't fit in the waste paper basket.
Grapes?
Thank you. I didn't think you liked grapes.
I don't. You wear your hair that way on purpose?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And the way you've got your dress, is it broken?
Boy, sense of humor of parents is really something.
I put up with it from my father. Why should you be any luckier?
No. Do you want a brownie?
No. How'd you get Susie to make you brownies?
I told her she was losing weight. It's a great day out, isn't it?
Now, what are you thinking about?
Nothing. I wasn't thinking about anything.
Tell me.
I was thinking about Maria Schell. She wore a dress like this in a movie we saw. That's all. It's nothing much.
You don't have to be thinking about anything much. I like it when you tell me. It doesn't have to be anything much.
I know.
Well, you have your friend Janet out there. It's beautiful to have friends. I remember when I had lots of friends. And the rooms we sat in, with the lamps lit. We used to drink tea. Do you drink tea?
We drink coffee now. Do you want me to fix the pillow?
If you like. There. Why don't you sit a little closer?
Okay.
Do you make as much conversation with your friends as you do with me?
I don't know.
Well, there, we both laughed. That's something. It's a mark of understanding. What do you do when you're away from home? I don't suppose it's any of my business, but I like it when you tell me.
Christ, I go to school. I go to visit. I shop. You embarrass
I
me.
hadn't meant to embarrass you.
You really didn't.
That's good. Did you get your bathing suit?
Yes. It's spectacular. It's invincible.
I got you a present. It's a watch. It's over here. You wanted a new one, didn't you?
Yes. Shall I open it?
It's for people who are interested in time. We did it again. We laughed together.
You cheated.
Yes, I think I did. But it's a good intention.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here.
Does my voice sound strange to you?
No.
It sounds very large to me, like it's coming from the other side of the room.
Maybe you're tired. Do you want to sleep?
No, I'm not tired. Let me sit up. Well, what should we talk about now? We finished with the watch.
Daddy, is something the matter?
With me? No, I don't think so. You sound strange, though. You are always thinking about something outside this room. What are you thinking about?
Nothing. Really. Yeah. It's Sundays. I just smuck around on Sundays, I guess. I just don't think of anything.
How tall are you?
5 feet 6 inches, 7 inches?
Then you're still grown.
Sure.
So you're not all here yet.
Are you kidding?
I certainly am, but I'm not.
Really? Maybe you should sleep.
I don't want to sleep.
Look, there's an ad for Peru. I'd love to go to Peru. God, look at those hats. Do you think it looks cold?
How should I know? How should I? What about what's going on in this room? You know, Nell, why are you so relaxed?
Did you take a pill?
No, I did not take a pill. I would vomit a pill. Wake up!
Why are you angry?
I am not angry. I'm alive.
What?
They say it is Iron Mill, but I think I'm more alive than you. What is Peru? What do you think goes on in this room? Only a bed here, do you think? Only a bed? With a quiet body and words in it? Something to take trays to? What do you think pulses in this room? How many electric light bulbs do you think I could light with the life that's in me now? Listen. Listen. How much energy do you think it takes to give me this great pain in my head? Look. You can see it in my eyes. Look. 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 Supposing that chair and that wall and all God's world, supposing you wouldn't see it anymore. A man at his end is gigantic. Look, look, look with intensity. Look. But I dropped my sheet. I look foolish, huh? You think I look foolish? Like Mussolini in his pajamas. I look foolish after all. In the afternoon, mademoiselle, in my pajamas. Here. But I can't keep standing here.
Here, come sit on this chair. I'll get the cover.
Thank you. I wish your mother were alive. I wish my wife were here.
I wish you were here too. Daddy, everything is going to be all right.
I am not a stuffed animal.
Daddy.
It's going to be all right, sweetheart. I'm just tired. Get me the double crusted, will you? And the pencil, it's someplace on the bed. Thank you. Now, go back to Janet. Give her my love. Go along, Skeezix, please. I'm very tired. You can look in on me later. If I'm asleep after dinner, we'll have a nice tea tomorrow. Go along. Please, dear.
Okay.
Blank, blank, R, blank, blank.
as usual.
Is my father going to die?
There's nothing to worry about. It'll be weeks before anything happens. These cases sometimes. Didn't they tell you? Well, there's time yet. I suppose they didn't tell you because they didn't want him to know. And if
Doesn't he?
No.
Oh.
Do you want...
No, please. Go ahead with the train, Miss Talbot, please.
Are you sure?
No, please. I'm fine. We're late.
How is your father?
My father is going to die, but it's all right. It won't happen for weeks yet. You better go. Susie will be sore if she finds you here.
Okay. Do you know where my shoes are?
No.
Maybe under the bed? No. Maybe on the desk? Listen, I can't go without my shoes, can I?
It's okay.
It's just an elevator ride.
Here's your gloves.
Thanks. Listen, now, do you want to go to the movies or
I've
something?
seen everything.
Okay.
I've seen all the neighborhoods. Maybe I could come to your house for dinner.
Yeah, okay. I'll call you as soon as I get home.
That'll be swell. Maybe there is a movie.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Why? It doesn't matter. Miss Talbot! Miss Talbot! Shh. What is it? There's something the matter with my hand.
I don't see anything. What happened?
I was standing there, and I smacked my hand against the wall, and it doesn't hurt.
What's this here?
It's a cut. Got it last week.
Well, that's all it is. That's all I can see. See? There's nothing wrong with this little hand. Now, you mustn't get so excited. We don't want to cause trouble in these days, do we?
Maybe I ought to tell my father.
No. I wouldn't do that. He's having his dinner now. You don't want to disturb him, do you?
No.
That's a good girl. What plans do you have for this evening?
I'm supposed to go to the movies with my friend.
That's wonderful. Now, you get dressed, and you brush your hair, and you go to the movies, and when you get back, I'll have Susie have a nice feast waiting by your bed. How's that?
That's fine.
Good. Then you have a good time at the movies, will you?
Yes.
Of course you will. That's a good girl. And don't worry too much. You're still young. Well, I have to see about the custard now. Bye-bye.
Yes. Januszka? Januszka? Just wait a minute. Januszka? I hit my hand. It didn't hurt. Januszka?
This was, and I wanted to see if we just did a little one here, what it would be like in this room. So this was a short one, but it's written by my mother. It was when she'd finished doing a lot of television. She used to do these little televisions for money. Do you know Kraft or Kraft Paulman? You know, it would be like Pride and Prejudice in an hour, Crime and Punishment in an hour. And she made money doing that. She would do the script of, you know, for that. So, but then she wanted to write a real play, and so this was a short little bit to try to see if she knew how to do it. And I had it in the house, and I thought it would be perfect for a little night, and because it also had, it seemed to me, both a cross and resurrection. Resurrection, i.e. relationship and life through life-giving and love, and the cross through avoidance of the tragedy of life. So I thought I had those two ideas, and so I think it's I who saw it. If it were my mother, she would say I am ridiculous.
She didn't see that? You don't think
No, she would say, she'd say, well, you know, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she would go there.
Morristown Green.com